Tonight on Connecticut's news station, severe storms with a confirmed tornado touchdown. How's Connecticut holding up and the latest on damage? And a 13-year-old shot in a stolen car at 3 in the morning. What we are learning from police as they investigate. And plane crashes happening across the country, region, and even in our own state. New shocking video of the plane that crashed in New Hampshire and why a pilot was forced to land unexpectedly here in Connecticut.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Carmen Chow. Tonight, residents in several parts of Connecticut are breathing a sigh of relief after a tornado touched down yesterday. The National Weather Service surveyed these areas today, and luckily there have been no serious injuries or deaths, and surprisingly not too much damage either. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner joins us live in Chaplin with what she has seen there. Hi, DeAndrea.
Hi, Carmen. Well, today was a very nice contrast to last night. It was sunny. People were outside enjoying the day. And I spoke with one neighbor here in Chaplin who says that she's just so happy that there's not a lot of damage.
The whole sky, it was really bright, and then all of a sudden it was like wicked dark.
Mother Nature can be beautiful, and she can also be scary, especially for people living in eastern Connecticut this weekend. The National Weather Service confirming a tornado touchdown Saturday evening in Windham County.
I was like, what do we do? I don't know what to do.
Christina Trifoni lives in Chaplin, where a few trees came down.
It was not far. Like, I probably could have walked to it. Oh, wow. It was that close. So it was pretty scary.
An act of nature people aren't used to seeing.
This time of year, no, we're not that used to it. And to get a tornado is quite unusual for us in this part of the state.
State Senator Jeff Gordon says there wasn't any major infrastructure damage, just trees and power lines down.
The town crews, some state crews, I know the Eversource and those folks were out really trying to get things cleared as much as possible.
But that wasn't the only place that was impacted by severe weather last night. Here in Voluntown, trees uprooted, leaving families cleaning up.
Last night was different. All of a sudden, like torrential downpour.
Resulting in snapped trees across her yard and one across her father's garage roof. Even a snapped tree branch piercing through the garage.
And opened the door to see what was happening, and there was just stuff flying through the air, and then we could hear this big crack and crash and trees coming down.
While cleanup in these communities is well underway and some even finished, the storm's still leaving people a little shaken up.
It was really intense, like the most intense storm that I've ever seen here. I do not want to experience something like that again. It was very, very upsetting.
Now, we did mention the National Weather Service coming to this area to survey it, and Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joins us live in the studio with more on that. Hi, Rachel.
Yeah, the National Weather Service, we spoke to them this evening, and they said they had a tough time finding damage that was conclusively from a tornado. They expected to find more damage. They did still say tonight that it is a confirmed tornado, but they haven't issued any report on timing, on location, on intensity. They also say that they are still reviewing new data that is coming into them, new pictures, new observations, and they hope to issue a final report tomorrow. Taking a look at the rotation tracks, the area of interest from Mansfield continuing through Chaplin and Hampton. That's when that tornado warning ended up getting issued, and the National Weather Service said that radar indicated that a tornado had touched down with debris being seen on the radar. After that, the storm continued into Brooklyn and then Killingly, where the rotation did start to diminish, but still leaving a track of damage all through this area. Meantime, there was a big payoff after the storms ended up moving out. The humidity plunged. It is so comfortable out there. Finally, we can say, open up the windows, give the AC a break with temperatures that'll be dropping back into the 50s to around 60 degrees as we head towards daybreak. It has been a long time since we have had temperatures like that. So nice and comfy when you wake up tomorrow morning. Lots of sunshine out there, dry, pleasant conditions with highs up around 80 degrees. There is a slight chance for an isolated shower or sprinkle as we head through the afternoon, but most of the state stays dry. If this looks amazing to you, you're going to love the week ahead. Of course, we do eventually have more rain in the forecast. We can't go too long without that this summer. We'll talk about it full forecast coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Police are investigating after a 13-year-old was shot in New Haven this morning. It happened just before 3. Police say 2 cars were chasing after each other, and someone from one of those cars fired shots, hitting a 13-year-old passenger. The team was then dropped off at Yale Pediatric Hospital. She has not yet been identified, but police say she has been released from the hospital and is okay. They added the 2 cars involved were a silver Kia SUV and a black Hyundai Elantra, both stolen. The cars were found left running with their lights on Asylum Street. And a plane crashed down in East Haddam today after experiencing engine issues. The pilot, who has not been identified, was able to make a forced landing on its wheels at a nearby test track around 11:30. 3 people were on board, but there were no reported injuries. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating what exactly happened here, and we'll keep you up to date as soon as we learn more. Now take a look at this new video showing yesterday's plane crash off the coast of New Hampshire. The small plane hitting the water on its belly, then flipping over, and miraculously the pilot was not hurt. This happened close to several swimmers, and none of them were hurt either. Now this happened at Hampton Beach, which is about 20 minutes south of Portsmouth, and you can see in this video lifeguards helped bring the pilot to shore as shocked swimmers watched the entire ordeal. The pilot is now recovering in the hospital. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating. Fire crews had to respond in Haddam today to a car rolled over into the woods on Route 9. There was no one in the car by the time police got there, and they used thermal imaging camera to search the woods as well as a canine, but couldn't find anything. While they investigated the car, though, the vehicle's owner reappeared. The driver was transported to a hospital. We don't yet know what their condition was, and they have not yet been identified. We now know 2 people are without a home after this fire on Ocean Avenue. You can see in the video from yesterday, the home is a total loss. There were no injuries to any residents, but 1 firefighter was sent to the hospital but has been released. Crews tell us 2 pets were also missing, and the fire is currently under investigation. Jason Aldean is back in Hartford tonight after rushing off the stage while experiencing heat stroke a few weekends ago. But this time he's met by community activists in ball gowns. Activists showed up to tailgate for tonight's concert in ball gowns, partying and protesting Aldean's recent controversial song and music video, Try That in a Small Town. The group based the theme on a viral meme depicting Jason Aldean in a gown with the words, quote, "Try that in a ball gown." Many feel the video and song are racist. In the video, Aldean performs in front of where an 18-year-old black man was lynched. The music video also included clips of recent Black Lives Matter protests, which have since been edited out. Aldean claims the song doesn't refer to race. Kamora Harrington, who organized the protest, says these are important conversations.
It is okay and safe and productive to step into the differences rather than the similarities. Step into the differences, learn the differences, then you can truly celebrate the differences, not just talk about celebrate them, but really celebrate them, and then we can move forward.
There is extra security at the concert tonight in surrounding area. Activists played music earlier that they felt was more inclusive at the tailgate.